guys. My name is Byrd and I am your curvy sewist. I am so super excited. I have been waiting so long for this. So let me tell you guys, today I will be unboxing, if you can see it on the floor there, my brand new Pfaff Admire 1000 Overlocker. Let me tell you a little bit of backdrop and then we're going to get to the business, y'all. So I attended a sewing retreat, my first ever sewing retreat it was actually outside of Dallas, Texas, about 50 miles away from Dallas Fort Worth Airport. And during the few days that we were there at this event, there were activities, there were bonding activities, there were opportunities to do sewing competitions. We got to demo and admire. We got to use Oliso irons. We did a bunch of different kinds of things, right? One of the things was a competition where we had to use some small pieces of fabric to make something. I actually made something. I made an apron and did a bunch of stuff. It really took me a short period of time, but I really put love into it. And every one of these sewing participants needed to vote. And guys, I won. Literally tears. If you saw the picture, my face was just, wow, just so incredibly excited and happy. And so after the sewing retreat, and thank you so much, Sewrority, for hosting that sewing retreat. Thank you so much to all of the sponsors, definitely Pfaff. So after the sewing retreat, they actually shipped, because I couldn't get on the plane from Dallas, guys, and come all the way to Maryland with my Pfaff 1000 Serger. So it was truly, truly a blessing that they shipped it to me. So that was amazing. And it took only a few days. When the delivery driver arrived, the dogs were barking and everything. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, and I couldn't wait to bring it in. So guys, that's enough. Let's get to the business because y'all came to see this brand new baby. I'm excited to add her to my sewing table. I cleared off and I cleaned off my sewing table, waiting to put her in her proper place today. And I'm happy to have her join. Hello. Hey, Dee. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so excited, Dee. I am so happy to have my new baby join my butter. I call her my butter, my baby, which is the Pfaff Quilt Ambition 630, which I've had for about 2 years, and I use her for everything. She's right over there. I'm going to show you real quick, give you a quick little glimpse of my baby. So I'm super excited. Sorry, got all kinds of stickers on when you're sewing. I'm excited to add my new Pfaff Admire 1000 to my babies and to put her on the table. All right, guys, so let's get to the business. All right, guys, let's get to the business. I am going to bring over, there we go. Okay. All right, guys. Woo! Drum roll. Brrr. Yes. Okay, guys. Okay, if you haven't noticed, I might be a little bit excited. Yes, I am. So let's do this thing. Woo, guys, look. Yes. Look at that. Yay. All right. Let me pick her up. Look at that, guys. Just a moment for box love. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just a moment for box love. Yes. I do. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Okay. So my husband, after it arrived and I had it on the floor waiting for an opportunity to be able to unbox it, my husband kept saying, when are you going to take her? When are you going to take her out and put her on your table? And I was like, soon. All right, guys. Let's get down to the business. I want to shift you so that you can see everything that's going on. Yay. Okay, here we go. Oh, I want to make sure, I don't want you to see my address. We don't want to do that. Whew. Pfaff is an incredibly great name. I did my research when I bought my sewing machine, and I knew that I wanted a Pfaff because it had everything that I needed. I love my Pfaff dealer. It is Sewn Place up in Westminster, Maryland. I love it. They had classes, free classes. So after I bought my Pfaff, they actually scheduled a time with me where I brought my sewing machine back, and they offered 3 different hours, either 2 or 3 different hours, where I could schedule time with them, and they would walk me through using the Pfaff. I really only needed the 1 hour, and that got me through installing buttons, buttonholes, and everything. They were really fantastic. But one of the things that my dealer does is, my dealer, when you buy a new machine from them, they actually allow you to bring it in for the first 2 years for free cleaning on them. So super good. Now this is different because I won this, but I'm definitely going to reach out to them and let them know how excited I am about the Admire as well. And I know that they will be there if I have any questions. All right, let's open up my baby. What do you guys think I should name her? What do you think I should name her? Okay. First thing that you see when you open up the box, let's see, and I am opening this for the very first time with you guys. There's a little bit of a bag. So I think this is probably a dust cloth. So when you are traveling, it's a good idea to go ahead and cover up your machine to keep dust from getting in. So this is probably a dust cloth that will cover the top of the machine. So that's in the bag. And then you have your Singer. If you didn't know, Pfaff is a Singer brand. You have the registration, and you can do that online. I'm definitely going to do that. Here's a quick start guide that teaches you how to thread your machine, where everything goes, and that sort of thing. And we're going to walk through this. So I think it will be fine, but wish me luck. And then we have a really nice booklet with all kinds of instructions in the booklet. And of course, I'm going to go through with my highlighter, and I am planning to highlight the different pieces so that I understand the components of the machine, how to care for the machine, how to thread the machine when I want to use different types of stitches. I want to make the very best of this Pfaff 1000. So here, there's an instruction for the 3-thread overlock with 1 needle, converting to 2-thread use. Rolled hem, y'all. I can do a rolled hem. Super, super excited about that. All right, so I'm gonna put that off to the side. Woo, okay, more goodies. So I have a little bag here. Let's see what's in it. Oh, these are the little, they're not really called spool holders, but when you put your thread on top of the machine, you can put this over it after you thread your machine, and it kind of keeps the thread in place, so I guess it doesn't get tangled. So I have 4 of those because on an overlocker you use 4 different spools of thread, or fewer depending upon what you're doing. A really nice pair of tweezers. So all tweezers are not alike, guys. You do need a really good pair of tweezers, so I'm glad that they actually included a pair of tweezers. And I'm not sure what these little gadgets are. Oh, this may be where the thread actually sits, but again, I haven't seen those before, so I'll be looking into that. And then there's other little items that go along with this sewing machine, along with the overlocker. A little gadget. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. So all of those things in a nice little handy bag so that I can zip that up and just keep that in my little drawer. I actually have a drawer underneath of my sewing table. I actually have drawers across my sewing table, which are pretty darn handy. All right, so that's that. All right, here's my press-a-foot. It looks very similar to my Pfaff Quilt Ambition press-a-foot. The Quilt Ambition is gray. This one is black. And it has the component where I'll plug this into the actual machine. And of course, this is the portion of the plug that goes into the outlet. I'm going to go ahead and take off the little tie because we are going to plug this baby girl in and actually use her. Okay. All right. So this is the little catch tray. So when you are cutting on a serger or overlocker, a serger or overlocker has a knife, and the knife is there so you can cut the edges. Now you can disengage the knife, and I'm pretty sure you can do that on this one as well. But as you use your knife and you cut off excess fabric, and it helps to make nice clean edges, this little tray catches all of those clip-ins, and then you just slowly you pull it away from the machine and you dump it. Otherwise, your table is going to be covered with a bunch of thread and fabric scraps and that sort of thing. So it helps to keep your space organized and clean. All right. So the packing is great. Obviously, it was great because this was shipped to me. Really great foam. I am going to actually hold on to all of the foam and the box. Definitely, I don't get rid of the box. Okay, here we go. I'm going to sit her down on my chair because it'll be easier to pull her up from down here. You know, you got to take care of your back too, guys. So make sure you keep bending those knees when you are lifting heavy stuff. Woo. Okay, here we go. I want to make sure that I'm picking her up in a way that makes sense. Do I see a handle? So I don't see a handle. At least one is not obvious. So I'm just going to pick her up from the meaty part. And I need to get that foam off. There we go. Oh, that is so cute. All right. All right, let me put the box off to the side. So, yay. And blue is my favorite color. So, Pfaff, how did you know that blue was my favorite color? All right, guys, I'm going to shift you around just a little bit so that you can see my beauty. Because let's face it, y'all ain't come to see me. Y'all came to see this gorgeous lady. Okay. And I am one of those people that I like to save stuff and repurpose this. I know this is crazy what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. This will not go in the trash. I likely will use this for things that I want to throw away later, or if I'm working on a project, I may slip some things in this bag. So I'll repurpose the bag for as long as I can. This isn't too heavy. You notice that I was able to lift it up with general ease. I don't know how much it actually weighs. I'm going to say, and I actually lift weights. Pfaff, please, if you're watching or see this later, you can correct me, or maybe I'll put it in the description. I am going to say that this weighs maybe about 10 pounds, give or take. So let's look at what we have here. So that is the front of my beauty. And you can see this spool thing, I'm pretty sure, extends. And they actually already have, which is really nice, they actually have thread already threaded in the machine. So that's perfect because I'll get a chance to see how it's threaded and be able to open that all up. And then over here, it looks like they have all of the dowels already set on 4. So I'm assuming that's the base where it needs to be set. Of course, I'll read all of that in the instructions. They have the hand wheel here and a couple other adjustments. I'm guessing those are for tension. But again, this is new to me, so I will figure that all out. Let me take a seat. Yay! I'm so excited, guys. If you can't tell yet, I am super, super, super excited. Okay, so let's see. There is this little handle that I'm pretty sure that slides to the right. And then you're able to open up the machine, and then I can get a much better look at the way that everything is threaded. So your upper and your lower upper and lower loopers. Is this all the way extended? I think it is. Upper and lower loopers. And then you have your right and your left needle, and all of those things are already threaded. I am going to go ahead now and plug in my new Pfaff baby. I'm going to plug it into the machine first. Push it, and it just gets pushed here. So there are, let me pull that out so you can see. It's pretty straightforward, and it has just those little grooves. And so it's really only one way that it goes in. You line it up, put a little pressure, plug it in. The presser foot I'm going to keep on the floor, and then the actual electrical cord, I'm going to take over and put it in my surge protector. I generally don't plug gadgets like this directly into the wall. I like to plug them into a surge protector because, like you try to protect your TVs and those kinds of things, I like to try to protect my sewing machines. These are expensive items, and so I like to take care of them. So inside of the machine, there are a couple places where you can hold things, which is nice. There's a little brush, so to clean out any extra thread, because when you're cutting fabric and using the knife when it is engaged, it's going to create a little bit of fluff and debris here, fabric debris here. And so you just want to use the brush. And this is a good time to say that you don't want to stick other items into your machine, any machine that you're using. Nor do you want to use one of those air canisters like you use to clean your keyboard and blow all of that back into the machine, because it actually can cause damage to your machine. So you really don't want to do that. So only use the brush that comes with your Pfaff machine, and you just clean the areas that you can actually see that are visible. My recommendation is you unthread and you clean, you wipe down with a soft cloth, and then you move on. Okay, let's see how this goes back in. Okay, then we have also, oh, thank you, Pfaff. We actually have a set of Overlocker needles, so that's a great starter pack. And the Overlocker starter pack, it's, different size needles, so that is super nice to already have this in your packet, so you don't have to worry about running out, because needles do break from time to time, so it's really good to have that. And it's nice to have these stored neatly right here. And then finally, it looks like there is the cutest little, can you see that? The cutest little screwdriver. So that is probably to lift off the plate here. So it's always good to have that, and they have just the perfect one. Let me put those things back. Oops, let's see, how was this in there? Want to make sure I put it in the way that it was. It looks like it just snaps in there. And of course I have my little, there it is. I have my little book, so I can always pull out the little book. And then your needles, just, whoops, it's not sliding in perfectly, or does it go in this way? No, so I am not going to jam it in. I am going to actually, I'm going to give it one more try, and if it doesn't, this is something I will put on the side and then come back after looking at, there it is, now it's down flat. That makes the difference, or I think it makes the difference, so let's figure it out. All right, it is not sliding in. Let me take it out and see if the needles slide in. They do, so they slide in perfectly that way. And let's see how this goes in. All right, so since I cannot get the screwdriver back in, I am not going to push it. I don't want to do anything wrong. I haven't had a chance yet to open up the instruction booklet, except to kind of flip through it, right? Because I'm so excited. So I'm not going to jam this in. I'm going to just go ahead and put this in my little gadget bag. And then after I've had a chance to totally go through the book, I will then come back and then take another look and put it exactly the way that it needs to be. Yeah, okay. So that is the inside. And let's go ahead. She's all plugged in. Let's go ahead and turn her on. All right, so the light has come on. It's kind of hard to see that. I'll turn it on and off again. You really can't see it so much on the camera because I have a lot of really beautiful natural light here in this room, so you're not going to be able to see it. But the light is actually on and the device is actually turned on. All right, so I'm going to close that. I have to angle it a little bit so I can see it. Now remember the little catch tray? Let's see where that goes. So as you place the catch tray along your device, along your Pfaff Admire 1000, there is a little dowel there, and that dowel, there's a little hole for the dowel, and you just slide it in. Oops. Finding my way around it. I did it so smoothly the first time, didn't I, guys? Maybe it goes in here first. I think I'm just so nervous. It's the nervous. There it is. It's the nervous excitement. Okay. Nope, that didn't do it. Let me turn it toward me and see if I can figure it out. There we go. There it is. Okay. So it does have to go into the dowel, but I do believe there is a little area under here that it slides into. So let's figure out where it slides in. It does slide in underneath, so you have to play with that to get it to slide. That's not the way it should be. I think it is actually a little knob I'm going to feel. So that's another little thing that I'm going to play with, because you do want that to be, there it is. It snaps in place. Okay, so you want that there, so, and you want it flush up against your actual serger or overlocker, so it can actually catch any of those pieces of thread. So yay, guys, I'm excited. We're doing this thing. We are doing this thing. Okay, so she is turned on, and Pfaff was so kind to actually include a piece of scrap fabric. I'm actually going to raise the needle bar at this point. I'm going to take a look at the way that everything is set up. And let's see, you lift the presser foot over on the left-hand side. You just give that a little bit of a lift. And that looks great. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Let me find my snippers. There she is. And we have right now an assortment of different thread. It looks like it comes through from the spool, goes through the inside. Let me, if you can see that. Looks like it comes through inside that little hook, of course, through here, pretty much like an overlocker is generally threaded, and all the way down. Looks like it comes through this little gadget all the way over both the right and left needle into these little hooks in the back, and then to thread the needle that way. And let's see, of course, the right and left, the upper and lower loopers as well, coming all the way down and through the machine. All right, guys, so the last thing that I wanted to do, because I do want to, before I do a lot of different things, I want to make sure that I have had a chance to totally read my instruction manual. I'm excited, so excited. So to read the instruction manual, dropped my thread. This is pretty too, this color fabric. And let's go ahead and put the fabric down, lower our presser foot. Let me find my, there we go, my foot pedal. Here we go, guys. Can you hear that sound? It sounds so amazing. I love that sound. It is just therapeutic. When I have been on travel or super busy with something and I haven't had a chance to sew in a while, when I get a chance to go back to my sewing machine, it means a lot, and I really do love to hear that sound. So it's exciting. And then the needle, I'm going to turn it so you guys can see it, but you can see that the knife is engaged, and it is cutting away any excess fabric that I really don't want there. And then all the way, I'm going to pull, not really pull, but go ahead. You always want to make sure that your overlocker, you don't cut it off at the very end. You want to make sure that there is a tail, and then at that point you can cut it. Now, certainly if I was actually sewing something, I would actually thread my tail back into the stitch. And by doing that, I actually lock in my overlocker stitch. But this is just a test, so I'm not going to do that. I don't always do that if I know that I'm also going to be coming along the seam and locking it in a different way. So I'm going to try it one more time, lift my needle all the way up. Go ahead, and I'm going to add even more extra fabric as far as beyond the knife. Really nice. I love that. That looks really good. Super cute. I'm so excited, guys. So excited. Thank you so much, Sorority, for the retreat, the opportunity to win this amazing Pfaff Admire 1000. I am going to have so much fun. I want to play with this. I want to go through my booklet and see how everything works out, make sure that things are locking in the way that they should lock in. I want to actually cut my threads and rethread them a couple times so that I have a level of comfort as I'm working with my baby here. And I want to also try the rolled hem. That's something that I've been wanting to do here. I'm wondering if I can also do gathers, because you usually can do gathers on an overlocker, and I bet you can do it here. So I want to do that as well. I'm also going to do a little bit of research online, because there may be, and yep, look at that. I was talking about the different things we could do, and it does look like gathering is one of the things that you can do on the Pfaff 1000. So I want to check that out. Yeah, there are a lot of things that you can do, and I want to get the most out of this. I'm super happy. I'm just overjoyed, guys. I am so happy. I cannot tell you guys how happy I am. So I'm really happy about it. So my baby girl, my new baby girl, her home is going to be right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put her in her place. I hate to say that, put her in a place, which sounds like she's done something wrong, and she's not done anything wrong. And then the other thing that I want to do, so I'm going to move you just a little bit, because I have my Pfaff behind you, and I want to go ahead and put her back in her happy place. I moved her so I had space on my table for the unboxing. There, guys, look at that. Look at that. Put that over there, a little sticky from what I was working on. So very happy with, this is my Pfaff Quilt Ambition 630, and she is my baby. She's my first love, and I'm really excited about bringing home her sister, and this is Pfaff Admire 1000. So really happy. I think that you know, they are going to be so happy together, and they complement each other. I'm really excited, guys. Thank you so much, Sorority, for the retreat, the opportunities to win, you know, and the retreat, guys. I want to make sure my address is not showing. I don't want to do that. So the retreat was about sewing and bonding. That's the real reason for the retreat, and because it is really the threads that bond us, you know, our sisterhood and that sort of thing, and our love for our shared hobby. But while we were there, we had an opportunity to participate in competitions and do a number of different things in fabric shopping. So it was just a very well-rounded retreat, and I'm incredibly grateful for Pfaff, who was one of the very generous sponsors of that particular event. So guys, that is really all that I have for you all this morning, because your girl wants to go ahead and pull out this book and start figuring out how to work it, unthread it, take my time, and then go ahead and begin to sew. I already have something cut out, which is a knit wrap dress. And so I'm excited to thread the machine with the proper color threads, because I like to match my Serger threads to my actual make. So I want to go ahead and get it all threaded with the right thread, the right color thread, and I'll let you guys know how it all goes. So I'm super excited, and I thank you guys again for dropping in and supporting. Thank you guys for the likes. Drop some comments. Let me know what you think. Are you a Pfaff person? Do you have any of these? Any recommendations? I love to hear it. I appreciate you guys so very much. So that's all for me for today. My name is Byrd, and I am your curvy girl. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. So this is all I got for y'all today. I love y'all so much. Check out my other videos. I have sew alongs. I'm going to be back tomorrow with a super easy sew along. So I will see you guys later. This is Byrd, your curvy sewist. Ta-ta for now.